the greatest thing about hearing these arguments is I still have heard nothing new. I hear nothing new in the reasons as to why people download anime. The one that I expect first and foremost is well, anime is too expensive. I can't buy it. I'm a hungry college student. I'm sorry. I will prove you wrong on that because I have cigarettes in my pocket and I am a broke actor. There is no reason in the world that I should be able to shell out $5 a day for these things. Not that that's an endorsement, but it's just proof. Anything that I really want, I will find the money to buy. Yeah.
To play devil's advocate for a little bit here.
Since Michael Coleman's not in the room yet. Okay. He said he's going to come here and pick on me in a minute. So.
It's true that anime here is much more inexpensive than what it is in Japan. But when compared to other forms of entertainment on DVD, like you could buy
Lost
for $40 a season. I'm knowing that the two shows are marketed and made differently, but how do you account for the discrepancy?
Here's how I account for it. How many people do you think see Lost? And what kind of fan base do you think Lost has? Millions and millions of people. So Lost, even if it was in a suck box with bad artwork, which the first season really had a pretty crappy box, it's gonna sell millions just by default. Anime only makes up 1% of the entertainment industry as far as DVD sales. 1%. So when we look at those numbers, it's thank you for clapping. When we look at those numbers, I'm very ADD, so I have to make fun of people in the hall from time to time. When we look at those numbers, it's pretty easy to see why they can sell those discs so much cheaper. It's a supply and demand. There are more discs needed or wanted, so the more you print, the more copies you sell, the cheaper they become. How many old school anime fans in the room? Y'all remember the VHS days when you had to choose between subtitle and dub? You know why the dub was cheaper? You know why the dub was always cheaper? I love hearing well, it was a conspiracy by ADV. They were pushing the dub. Why would any company push to do a format that cost them extra money to record? It was because the dub sold better. Secretly, even though it was super uncool to watch the dub back then, people were still watching it dubbed. Call it that they're lazy and they don't want to read their show. Call it that they don't want the artwork obscured by words. More dub copies sold, therefore the dubs were cheaper. But going to the price thing for a second, y'all do know anime is super expensive in Japan, right? Usually $65, the equivalent of $65 for 2 episodes. No extras. 3,800 yen for what show? Sailor Moon Stars. Wow. So I don't have a lot of sympathy for people that are like, call themselves fans, yet can't spend money on something they want to say they're fanatical about. As a music fan, I love, right? I mean, if you say you're a fan of something, that's the point. You're fanatical about it. Like, fan is the nice version of the word fanatical.